Good morning, everyone. It's South Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. Hope everyone's doing good this fine Saturday morning. It is Saturday. It is the weekend. We're going to enjoy it, ain't we? We've had a fairly disappointing week, to be honest, in regards to the Tottenham Hotspur defeat. But you know what? That's behind us now. It's about looking to the future and looking to Bournemouth, of course, tomorrow, which we all can agree is the more important game than the League Cup game, of course, guys. Really looking forward to the game. Can't wait to do my match preview later on, but that is later on. But today, I want to talk about Manchester United and Manchester United's pursuit of a few players. You know what? Man United are going to have a busy few months ahead, of course. January and the summer are looking like incredibly difficult. Not difficult, I would say. Busy months. I'm not saying it's not going to be difficult, but it's going to be a busy few months for INEOS, of course, guys, and Ruben Amram. Of course, big up Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Big up Dark Crow. Good to see the legend that is Dark Crow, of course, in the house. And GK, that is in the house. Diego, swap up deal. What's an up deal? An operation deal? What is that? What's an up deal? Swap deal, you mean? What's going on? Diego Leon is a Manchester United player, guys. And basically, we're just waiting for him to come to United in the summer, July 2025. Diego Leon will be officially unveiled as a Manchester United player. All the documents and the paperwork have been sorted out. According to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester United have got Diego Leon through the door, and we have a left back through the door as well, guys. What a good thing. A left back for Man United. Left back, Man United. What's going on with that? What's going on at the end of the day? Look, guys, happy with that. Happy with the deal. As I said yesterday and last night and over the past few days, that I like these type of deals. You know, these type of deals like, you know, from South America, the relatively unknown. We don't know how good he's going to be, if he's going to be good, but how good he's going to be. All we know is that he's an absolute monster for his age. And you know what? A very, very promising prospect for Manchester United going forward. And you know what? Doesn't break the bank, does it? It doesn't break the bank. And because we're over with the mercenaries at Man United. We're over with this type of mentality at Man United. Not entirely. We will sign the odd expensive player, of course, but they have to be worth it. They have to be, you know what, everything added together. Like in regards to, they have to be perfect for the club, because it's not just ability. It's about mentality. It's about application. It's about the club, basically how much you love the club and how much you want to succeed at the highest level. A lot of players, you just want the cash. They want the skrilla, of course, guys, and they just want, you know what, I got my money and that's me. I'm done. I'm gone. I'm out the door. Sayonara. That is me. I'm out. You know what I mean? And I don't want to give any more effort, of course, guys. But you know what? We're shifting away from that culture. We're shifting away from that mentality as well. You know what? I think I remember, wasn't it Woodward who said about, we can attract the biggest players in the world. You could because of money. But we need to get away from that. We need to get away from attracting the biggest players in the world because of money, but because they love the football club and they are attracted to the project of goals. Overpowered. Big up, GK. I got you now, brother. I got you. Teddy, good morning, Sal. How you doing, mate? How you doing, Teddy? What's going on, Teddy? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, my friend. Good to see you back on the show. Really nice to see you. Hope you're doing well this Saturday morning. Of course, it is Saturday. No Man United today, but you know what? We're playing tomorrow, so we can look forward to that. We could just look at other teams and just do a hate along for the other teams today. So it's okay today, isn't it? It's not too bad if we're being totally frank. Absolutely. Big up, pal. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Grabbing stream title as usual, guys. Attention, grabbing stream title. Thank you so much, pal. At the end of the day, it's not a clickbait. It's the truth. I speak nothing but the truth. You can't handle the truth. I do speak the truth, guys. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today, by the way, guys. Absolutely pleasure to have you on the stream, of course, guys. Absolutely. Good morning, Ijeoma. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see the footballer. That is Ijeoma Chukwuma, of course, guys. Big up, my friend. Big up. How you doing this morning, boss? I'm very well. Thank you very much. I'm very good. I'm good. I'm looking forward to the projects. I'm looking forward to things, of course, guys. Sal, who would you give more credit, changing the mentality, INEOS or Amram? Who would you give more credit? That's a good question, Darko. Not a bad question, to be honest. Who would I give more credit to in regards to changing the mentality? I'm going to have to say Ruben Amram, mate. I say Ruben Amram because Ruben Amram is the manager, and Ruben Amram's responsibility is to change the mentality. The one thing I would praise INEOS in regards to is the fact that they are ruthless. They're doing something ruthless. And to be honest with you, they are, you know what, getting rid of players. I mean, I know what they're doing at the moment, getting rid of members of staff and 30 grand a week, a month. Sorry. And I don't think I agree with that. But one thing we can say is that they are scaring people and they are shifting the mentality slightly in regards to obviously Ashwood. But ultimately, it is down to Amram, in my opinion. I think if we're going to win titles, if we're going to win Champions Leagues, it's going to be down to Ruben Amram, the manager. Of course, when we had Sir Alex Ferguson, it was all not entirely, but the 98% of it was to do with Sir Alex Ferguson, of course, guys, in regards to winning and the mentality of winning and stuff like that, of course, guys. Big up, big up, Rasta. How you doing? Yo, bless up, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Of course, big up, man. Natuta, of course, the legend. Big up yourself, mate. And all big up, man. Natuta, my friend. Big up, my friend. Of course, Sal has the real Mao stuff. Big up, Natuta. Mao, what is that? Is that what is that, Punjabi? What language is that, my friend? If you're my boss, please remember my jersey number 4 or number 6. I'll do it, mate. I'll do it. Absolutely do it. Absolutely. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, though. That was the deal, my friend. You got to subscribe and you got to become a member. Sal, trust me, this fake Aman Natuta is a mod from India, GK. It's a mod from India, GK. You think he's GK? I mean, I don't know. There's so many man Natutas. I don't know what no tutor is a tutor at the end of the day. But guys, let's get into it. At the end of the day, let's get into it. Let me just show you a bit of breaking news and stuff like that. Let's get straight into the real news, of course, guys. Let's get right into the real news, of course. Of course, all about Diego Leon becoming the Manchester United player in the summer. Of course, Diego Leon has signed all documents to join Manchester United in 2025. Contracts in place for the 17-year-old left back to become Manchester United player from July 2025 when he turns 18. Deal Jason Wilcox. Big up Jason Wilcox, by the way. Jason Wilcox obviously is our connect in South America, and he's going to be very important for Manchester United going forward because of his connects in South America, guys. So big up Jason Wilcox, of course. Really, really impressive work from him to get this deal over the line. Of course, Diego Leon wasn't only wanted by Manchester United. He was wanted by a number of other teams as well, including Liverpool and including Chelsea, of course, guys. So, you know, that is obviously very, very impressive from him, of course, guys. A little bit of other news going on at Manchester United. Allianz Designer could leave Manchester United on loan with a €60 million option to buy clause. Atletico Madrid, Man City, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Barcelona, Juventus, Real Madrid, and Al Hilal would all be interested. You can bet your bottom dollar that this deal would never happen. Garnacho is going nowhere. Garnacho is a Manchester United player, and he shall be a Manchester United player for many years to come, guys. I totally, absolutely believe that. Many, many years to come. So stop hating on our boy. Garnacho is not going anywhere on a swap deal. But speaking, of course, of deals and swap deals, guys, there is obvious rumours going around that Marcus Rashford could make a shock move to Barcelona with Ronald Araujo or Frankie de Jong potentially going the other way. So Marcus Rashford to Barcelona with Araujo or Frankie de Jong going the other way. Now, guys, look, Araujo, I agree with. I think Araujo, yeah, I would like that deal. Rashford going one way. Araujo, easy for you to say, Araujo, going the other way, Araujo, going the other way. I would take Araujo for me. Frankie de Jong to ship south of Frankie de Jong. What Frankie de Jong, the arrogance and the ego of Frankie de Jong done before, I just haven't forgiven him for that, if I'm being totally honest with you. I don't think that is a good move. I don't think Man United want a de Jong now. I think that is the Ten Hag days. I think de Jong is the Ten Hag days. In regards to Ronald Araujo, I'll go for him. I would do that. Part exchange with Rashford, of course, guys. Of course, there has been also news about Rashford being a swap deal for Osimhen, with Rashford going to Napoli to join his ex-colleague McTominay at Napoli. So that is another deal that could be done. I would prefer that deal. I would prefer an Osimhen coming in with Rashford going to Napoli. That would be good. But Manchester United and Barcelona have spoken in regards to a deal, a swap deal with Araujo or de Jong. So that is a big news coming out of, obviously, the new camp and Old Trafford in regards to Marcus Rashford. Now, the race is on for Marcus Rashford to lead the football club. It's not going to be easy to get rid of Marcus Rashford because of his wages. The 325,000 odd a week is astronomical amount of wages, even for the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG. That's a lot of money, you know what I mean, for a player of Rashford's caliber. Rashford is getting Mohamed Salah wages, and he basically on bent, basically, how do I say it? Marcus bent ability. And this is the thing. We know what Rashford can do. We know that he can turn it on. We know what he's capable of. We know that he can score goals. We know he can score 30 goals, but he's just not done it over 18 months, isn't it? And it begs to differ whether, you know what, maybe he's just not quite that player anymore. Maybe that's what it is at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Other news in regards to Manchester United is Manchester United would seem to be setting their sights on another Serie A player in January. Guys. And this player is Theo Hernandez. Theo Hernandez, of course, plays for AC Milan. Very, very talented individual. I've been speaking about him on this show many weeks ago in regards to him coming to Manchester United. Manchester United do want to bolster their defensive areas of the pitch, in particular the left-hand side. Diego Leon is coming in July 2025. Luke Shaw and Tyra Malacia look to be leaving the football club. According to what I'm hearing, it is Malacia and it is Luke Shaw leaving the football club. Man United want to have at least two options in every position. That includes the left back position. Theo Hernandez is seen to be high on Man United's priority list for a January transfer. Of course, that would be fabulous for Man United because we do need that side of the pitch covered, don't we? Really, we do need that, don't we? And Theo Hernandez is an incredibly talented player. And you know what? It would be a game changer. If we signed him, it would be a game changer. Another player that we've been talking about for weeks and weeks, of course, is none other than Ederson. Ederson is the Atalanta Brazilian international who captured the Manchester United attention over the last year. I mean, I've been speaking about Ederson over the summer and obviously been speaking about Ederson for a long time, which means that Ederson is on INEOS's radar. He is said to be, Ruben Amorim is said to be a huge fan of Ederson. And looking at Manchester United's area in the midfield, it's looking a little bit like Ederson would mark a fantastic signing in that era. He is 27. So it's a little bit above the age that INEOS would be willing to do a deal. But maybe if INEOS can strike a deal, which is at a lower price, Man United could get Ederson by the summer. Ederson is a generational in regards to what he's doing at the moment at Atalanta in his position. He's the best at the moment, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, what Atalanta are doing, what they're doing in the Serie A, what they're doing in the Champions League, is brilliant. And a big part of that is down to Ederson, guys. Ederson is an absolute baller. And I hate to always use that word, baller, but he is an absolute baller. The Old Trafford directors have long been seen Italian football as a viable hunting ground for their transfers, spending big on Rasmus Højlund, Onana, Ahmed Diallo, and Xerxes. So Man United will explore and will delve into the Serie A market again. It's looking that way, doesn't it, at the end of the day? But Ederson, again, is on Manchester United's radar, and the noises coming out is that Manchester United are going to get their man. They're going to get Ederson. It looks likely in the summer that could happen. But Theo Hernandez of AC Milan could be something that we could explore in January. And if Manchester United get that player in January, fair play, because that is a position we need, isn't it? We're very, very light in that position. We're doing shoehorning players into certain positions and stuff like that, of course, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get through some of your comments, guys, real quickly. Let me have a look at this. Let me have a look. Where was I, guys? Where was I? Big up. Yeah, I think I read that. Big up, of course, everyone in the chat, of course, guys. Manatuta, Sal, trust this fake, the Manatuta. Yep. I think I read that one. Big up. I saw it out, mate. No worries. So I'm the real Manatuta. Big up, Manatuta. Okay, mate. No worries. You know what I need to do? I need to get passports for you guys. You know what I mean? I need to say, right, before you join Stretford Post, you need your passport size photo and you need to give it to me and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Because there's so many people pretending. Come on, guys. But you know what? Stop faking people, guys. It's not about that. Morning, Mark. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up. You promised me a jersey if you become a member, mate. If you become a member, absolutely. And you support the channel. Absolutely. I will get anyone a jersey if they become a member of the channel. Little bit of fix in the left flank and Amorim United will be unstoppable force. Absolutely. They will be an unstoppable. I mean, the left flank will be fixed. Rest assured that the left flank will be fixed. And once the left flank is fixed, then do you know what? Man United will be absolutely on fire, because at the moment we're very light on that left side, but the balls seem to go through that side a lot. Man United have not got a right side at the moment. When you look at the right side of Man United, we're not doing anything. Dalot's not going forward. Dalot's not bombing forward. We need to fix those wing back positions, both sides, in my opinion. You know, what would be ideal is an Alphonso Davies, a Frimpong, those type of players. Theo Hernandez is brilliant, of course, guys, as I've been speaking about, obviously. But let's not forget, Diego Leon. If you've researched Diego Leon online and you've looked at Diego Leon, he is an absolute fabulous player, brilliant player. And at the end of the day, that is what it is at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. So what do you think, Garnacho, that the majority, you mean the minimum of you don't? At the end of the day, I see talent. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I see a guy who plays for Argentina, international at 20 years old. I see a guy who could do a scissor kick for 25 yards into the top corner. That's what I see, right? I see our top scorer this season. That's what I see. I mean, maybe you guys are blind. I don't know. Your majority, of course. Got that. Good morning, Irfan. How you doing, brother? It's good to have Irfan back in the house. Good to see you, Irfan. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're good, my friend. I hope you're doing splendid, my guy. Absolutely good to see you on this Saturday morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, of course, guys. Let's go. Get in there, Sal Warner and Stretford Post. Greetings, my brother Jim is in the house. You know what? I feel a sense of relief, because a little sanity comes to when Jim joins me. Big up, Jim. Oh, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Lindelof and Evans going, so we need to cheat defense. GK, absolutely. We're going to lose Lindelof and we're going to lose Evans. You know what? It's looking like 100%, isn't it? We're going to lose those players. So Man United do need to bring in at least one more defender. It's looking like Man United will bring through a young player from the likes of Kulungi, might come into the team. Rice Bennett might come into the team. Man United and INEOS are looking to bolster that area, but not just by signing an astronomical amount of money, spending an astronomical amount of money. They are also looking to bring in a young player from the youth team into the first team, integrated to the first team, because it's looking like we're going to have De Ligt, we're going to have Euro in the defense. That is a given. Now, the question remains about Martinez. What is going on with Martinez, guys? Martinez was one of the best defenders in the world. I still believe he is. I do. But he was deemed the best defender in the world like a couple of years ago. Now, he has had injury problems. He has had a lot of issues going on. So, you know what? I give him the benefit of the doubt. But then I look at it and I say, you know what? I see his performance against Man City last week, and I think this guy is good. He's still got it. That 40-yard ball for Ahmad was absolutely incredible. So at the end of the day, you know what? I still believe in him. I believe in him. I don't just turn against people like that. I'm loyal, guys. I don't turn up against people like that. I mean, I'm not going to turn against Martinez, because I still think he's got something to offer the football club. Man United, however, do need to bolster that side of the defence. And there was obviously talk about Jarrod Branthwaite coming to Man United. Was overpriced in the summer. Man United would have got Jarrod Branthwaite instead of Euro. This is a fact. And Euro, but the problem was Euro was overpriced, and Man United didn't want to spend that on someone of that ilk. But he is still on Manchester United's wish list, so to speak. He is still on Manchester United's transfer list, of course, guys. So Man United do want Jarrod Branthwaite still. He would help with FFP. He is English. He's a British player, of course. So he would help with FFP, of course. Jim, how are you today, brother? Your day is well. Just popped in here for a while by heading out. Big up, Jim. It's so good to see you. Thank you for dropping in, my friend. You absolute legend. Thank you for dropping in. Absolutely. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Absolutely. Rashford can't do anything. He's just poison for the club. He should parade him naked outside Old Trafford. Well, that's a weird thought. But anyway, each their own. GK, all friends here, hit the like button. Big up, GK. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, GK. Big up, GK. The legend, of course, my friend. The legend, of course, Jim. Sal, I'm excited with all these transfers you're saying. Wow, Man United, look, you know what? Man United in the summer, I've got the list, guys. I've got the list of players that Man United are interested in. And trust me, it's hitting almost 100 players. Man United are interested in a number of players, guys. And this hasn't changed. This summer, the players that Man United were scouting are still on Man United's wish list. They're still there. They're not going to disappear. They still want certain players to come to Man United. Now, most players that I'm to, like Dargo, for example, obviously the Lens player I've been speaking about now, media are starting to speak about him now. You know, Man United do want more cover on the left-hand side. We're not going to sign 10 left-backs, but we've got Diego Leon in there. He's going to be there. He is young, so he might be a backup for the main left back that's going to come in. There is going to be a main left back that's going to come in. Leon will be a backup left back. So basically, he is young, 17. He's got time to develop. Now, that remains to be seen what happens in regards to that. But Man United are looking for a permanent left back, a left back that they can get through the door, who's got experience. Theo Hernandez fits the bill perfectly, in my opinion. If we get Edison, Gutierrez, and Hernandez in January, we'll shoot into the top four. Mark, January's going to be difficult to get that many players through the door. But you know what? If we did do something like that, Man United will shoot up that table pretty quickly. It is quite obvious, isn't it? Ugarte and Mainu is my centre midfield partnership going forward. I think Man United are strong when we have Ugarte and Mainu, but we can't play them every game. We do need rotation. Edison would be a fabulous signing, of course, guys. Gutierrez. Of course, news about Gutierrez, his price tag was 78 million pounds, English pounds, right? It's gone down to 58 million pounds. Sporting Lisbon has slashed the price tag on Gutierrez. Guys, that's what I'm saying. You know what? Football is like shares, isn't it? It goes up and down. You know what I mean? When they're not performing, it can go down. You know what I mean? When they're performing, the price goes astronomical. So Man United could get Gutierrez for 58 million pounds, which is about, what is it? Come on, do the math. 72 million euros, something like that, around that amount of money. So it's a lot cheaper than what would have been a few weeks ago, of course, guys, when he was absolutely killing it. And you know what? Against Man City at that peak, of course, guys, absolutely. Jim, big up GK Irfan, big up Jim, of course. Irfan, the legend. Sorry to say, but Rashford is surrounding him with toxic people. At 27, has reached his ceiling. Irfan, I agree with you, brother. I really do agree with you. I think the problem with Marcus Rashford is that he's had smoke blown up his arse for the last few years, and his agents are his family, his brothers, etc. So they're never telling him anything wrong. They're saying, oh, it's not you, Marcus. It's not you, Marcus. It's them. It's them. It's the blame game again, isn't it? And we need to get away from the culture of blame. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, champions and winners don't blame people. They look in the mirror and they say, you know what? It's me. Because champions show themselves regardless. They show themselves regardless. Even in a rubbish team, they will show themselves. That's what champions do at the end of the day. It's no excuses for Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, you know what? I don't know what's going on with him. I do know that he made a lot of noise last week, and it didn't help us in regards to the Tottenham Hotspur game, did it? At the end of the day, we were buzzing because of the Man City game. We were happy because of the Man City game, but then obviously the noise about Marcus Rashford came in, and it was absolutely, you know what I mean, drowning out all the positivity, which I don't agree with. Of course, guys, absolutely not. Big up Reverse 7. How you doing, my friend? Long time no see. Merry Christmas to Reverse 7 UK. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. 'Tis the season to be jolly, as they say. Really enjoying the festivities. It's even in the UAE. We do have the festivities and stuff like that. It is a good time, of course, guys. It is a good time. Fun days, happy days. Big up Reverse 7 for joining me again. You legend, of course. Great passport. No way, get out. Yeah, you know what? Because at the end of the day, people are doing so many bootleg accounts, so many fish cat accounts. It's unbelievable. I can't keep up at the end of the day. Some people got too much time on their hands. Let me say, if you're making fake profiles, mate, sort your life out. Talk it from someone like me, right? From someone like me, born and raised in an EastEnders council estate, 5 of us in a one flat, right? To get where we are, to get where I am, to working with platinum selling artists. Be inspired, right? Be inspired. Don't come on here and with fake accounts, because it doesn't really bode well for you as a person. It makes you look like a bit of a loser. So that's one thing I would say. Don't make bootleg accounts, guys. It's dead, guys. It's dead. It's 2017-ish, isn't it? At the end of the day. Big up, that's not me laughing, Sal. Big up, Jim, yourself. Big up. So sad to see that we will have Evans, Maguire, Short, and Lindelof at the club. Not for longer, fam. They will be at the club at the end of the day. Look, you know what? There was talk about Harry Maguire being given a new contract. I mean, I know what you think about that, fan. You know what? One thing I will say about Harry Maguire, and I've been saying this a long time, is that his professionalism is at the top. Obviously, ability does count, but his professionalism is at the top. His contract runs out at the end of the season, and there is talk about him extending his contract for an 18-month contract altogether. Now, what would I do in regards to that? It depends. Man United have Lenny Yoro and they have De Ligt in defence. Martinez, I love Martinez. I think he will come good again. And I do believe that. And I think he stays at the club. Now, Man United need another defender in there. And are we going to get rid of Harry Maguire? Let's not forget, Harry Maguire is over 30 years old and he's starting to become a little bit injury prone. Lindelof and Evans are at the club. They're gone. I mean, especially now Lindelof got that injury. He's not going to be given another contract. I'd be absolutely astonished if Victor Lindelof gets another contract at Man United. I don't think that's going to happen, in my opinion. But those two will leave the club. Lindelof will leave the club. Johnny Evans will leave the club. Man United need another defender in there. Now, what will happen with Maguire is all up in the air at the moment. Maguire wants to stay, but we cannot offer Maguire first-team football. My opinion is this. Thank Maguire for his professionalism, and I think we should cut ties with Maguire. I mean, I do that reluctantly. I don't do that with joy. I do it reluctantly. I think we should cut ties with Harry Maguire because of his age, because he's started to become injury prone. So I think that we should start getting younger players in there and start building for the future rather than looking back, in my opinion. Of course, guys, in my opinion. Big up, Irfan. I think we should give Rashford to Spurs in exchange for Timo Werner. Wow, goodness me. I never thought I'd read that this morning, Irfan. Wow, each to their own. Timo Werner, look, Timo Werner, he comes from that generation where, you know what, when I was in England, when I was in London, you know, every time I look at the score lines, I would see Timo Werner scoring. Along with have Kai Havertz, there was Kai Havertz and there was Timo Werner. Both of them, right? And I kept seeing them scoring goals for their German clubs, of course, guys. And I was like, Timo Werner and Havertz, brilliant player, you know, brilliant players. And obviously they went to Chelsea, ruined their careers, of course, guys, as you do. Most players do ruin their careers when they go to Chelsea at the end of the day. But you know what? They both signed for Chelsea. Timo Werner is a talented player, although I would think we can get better than Timo Werner for him. At the end of the day, if we're being totally honest with ourselves, of course, I would like an Osimhen in there. If we could do a deal with Napoli, reunite Rashford with McTominay at Napoli. If we could do a deal like that, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Now, speaking of, obviously, Victor Osimhen, of course, guys, if we're speaking of Mr. Osimhen, basically, Osimhen is caught in a tug-of-war with Manchester United, Chelsea, and I believe it is Al Hilal. I believe it is. The other team is. Manchester basically want to offload a couple of players in hope in signing Victor Osimhen. But a deal for Victor Osimhen depends on him wanting to come to Old Trafford. He is wanted by Chelsea. Of course, he almost signed for Chelsea in the summer. He didn't sign. That didn't materialize. And there are thoughts that he's a little bit bitter about that, about what happened with Chelsea. He is on loan at Galatasaray, but Manchester United are very interested in Victor Osimhen. Very interested. And they're exploring avenues in a way to capture Victor Osimhen. His price has gone down. Obviously, he was worth around 100 million a few months ago, wasn't it? He's now worth about 62 million euros. So Man United could still go after Victor Osimhen. Man United, in my opinion, guys, as I said in the summer, need an experienced striker. They need an experienced striker in there, and Victor Osimhen fits the bill perfectly. A champion at Napoli, African Player of the Year, a great player, of course, guys. But what will Man United do in regards to that position? Man United have, obviously, David on their sites as well. There are players out there that Manchester United, Pepe is on their sites as well, of course, guys. So, you know what? Man United have a number of strikers that they're interested in, but Victor Osimhen is seen to be on top of that list. There is thoughts around Old Trafford that Man United could do a deal with Marcus Rashford and Victor Osimhen. And Marcus Rashford wouldn't be opposed to signing for Napoli, to join Scott McTominay at Napoli. What do you guys think of that? That would be an interesting one, of course, guys. Big up Rasta. No, just got that award. He just got that award. Big up Rasta. Yeah, big up Rasta, my friend. I read that Barca is interested in Rashford, a sort deal for Araujo or De Jong as possible. Yes, Mark, I've said it earlier in the show. I've been mentioning it. It's between Araujo and De Jong. Man United could do a swap deal with Barcelona. Now, I would choose, obviously, Araujo myself. Of course, Araujo is obviously more important to Man United right now in regards to the positioning wise. I don't think De Jong is that guy. I think De Jong is a Ten Hag guy. He's a Ten Hag guy. And I think we should move on from him, especially the way he rejected Man United 2 years ago or something like that, wasn't it? I mean, I'm gone with De Jong, to be honest. I'm through with De Jong. In regards to Ronald Araujo, as I've been saying earlier in the show, you know what? I wouldn't mind. Ronald, I wouldn't mind a Ronald Araujo. Obviously, depends, obviously. There is talk about Rashford going to Barcelona, and it depends on who gets the money, doesn't it? Who's going to get the cut of the money? Will Rashford go to Barcelona? Will Man United get cash? Or will Man United get a Rayo? And will they get cash, sort of thing? You know what I mean? Rayo is 25 years old, of course, guys. Uruguayan international, of course, guys. And he is a centre-back. So it is different from Marcus Rashford, obviously getting rid of a striker and bringing in a defender. But you know what? I wouldn't say no to Rayo. I wouldn't, because he's versatile as well. Very versatile. His market value is around 70 million euros, guys. He is highly sought after, a very important player. If we could do a straight swap with Rashford and Rayo, it'd be brilliant. But I don't think Barcelona are going to do it. I think Barcelona would give us a Rayo for Rashford if we give him some cash. I just believe that, because at the moment, market value of Marcus Rashford has gone very down, hasn't it? It's decreased incredibly, guys, at the end of the day. So, yeah, look, you know what? He's a good player. He's a good player. But we'll have to wait and see on that avenue. Of course, I've been mentioning him for quite a while. I mentioned Araujo about 3 months ago. But Man United could do a deal in regards to that, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Mark. Fan to say big up, of course. Sal, I strongly say I urgently need to do everything to keep Garnacho. It makes me angry and frustrated. I don't want him to go. I see a lot of potential there. Me too, Jim. Absolutely, Jim. I mean, Garnacho, look, I'm not player FC, and you know what? None of us are. But the thing is, one thing I would say is that he's one of my favorite players. He is. Because I see Garnacho and I see Man United's past. Because not every player is the finished article at 20 years old. Look, we've seen glimpses and of obviously Garnacho, and we've seen, you know what, that scissor kick against Everton. I mean, if you're not a rubbish player, if you can do that at the end of the day. Now, people tend to listen to the wrong crowd. There are a crowd out there who dislike Garnacho for whatever reason it is. They dislike him despite him only being 20 years old. They want to slander the lad. Now, I believe in Garnacho, and I believe that Ruben Amorim believes in Garnacho as well. I don't think Garnacho is going anywhere. I know there's going to be rumors, just like I've been saying on this show, that there could be rumors that he might leave the club. There's obviously going to be those rumors. And look who the teams that are interested: Real Madrid, Barcelona. Why are these teams interested in Garnacho? Because they can see that Garnacho is a fantastic player. They can see that. It's not bloody Barnsley looking at Garnacho. It is Real Madrid and Barcelona and Man City. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Garnacho is a generational. And it's important that we look after our young players, Ahmad and Garnacho, as well as the other young players in our team, and we nurture them. Because Garnacho will be a world-class player, guys. He will be. You don't play for Argentina. And I know, as a guy who's close to Argentinian and Brazilian football, right? I know that in Argentina, the conveyor belt of talent in that country is an absolute incredible. So for him to play for Argentina, his levels are there, mate. His levels are there. And to be honest with you, I agree with Jim. We should never, ever even think about getting rid of players like Garnacho. It shouldn't even be on the agenda. It shouldn't be spoken about. But I report the news. And to be honest with you, it is good to see that these huge clubs are after Garnacho, because the Garnacho haters out there can look at that and say, oh, you know what? No one's going to want Garnacho. No one's going to want Garnacho if we put him into, yeah, but Barcelona, Real Madrid want him. Just about the biggest clubs in the world want him at the end of the day, because they are smart. They can see that he's a great player at the end of the day. And he is a Man United player. You know what I mean? And that is it. He came from our youth, of course, via Atletico Madrid, but he came to our youth. And you know what? He's a Manchester United guy at the end of the day. I know Garnacho wants to succeed. I've spoken to Garnacho. I know he wants to succeed. And to be honest with you, he will be a Manchester United great. He will be. Mark my words. Read verse 7. Martinez not having a good season. Hopefully, form will pick up. Absolutely. Look, this happens, revert 7 at the end of the day. You know what? I would never turn my back against, obviously, Martinez, because I believe in him. I don't think you become an awful player overnight, as well as I don't think you become a great player overnight. I just think he's in a bad way the last couple of games. But we can't jump on him too soon. People make mistakes. One thing I would say that. But, against that City game really resonated with me, because that City game taught us everything we need to know about players. That performance was phenomenal against Man City, and it cannot be discounted. One thing I would say is that Man United need to get that left side fixed, because at the moment, if you have a left-sided wing-back who's not performing, it affects the left-sided centre-back in that position. So that left-sided wing-back is Dalot at the moment. Dalot is not a left-sided wing-back. He doesn't play well there. Fair play to Dalot for playing there, putting in the shift, but it is affecting Martinez. Martinez is covering that area too much, and obviously it's too much work to do for him in regards to that. It's a difficult thing to do. You need someone in that formation who can bomb up and down that field, track back quickly, get the ball, help Martinez. But at the moment, I don't think Dalot is doing that in that position. So at the end of the day, it is affecting Martinez. We have to look at it like this. You have to look at it from a balanced point of view, of course, guys. We can't look at it in one way. You know, I want every single one of those players to succeed. I do. You know what? I love Dalot. You know what I mean? I think he's an absolute role model in regards to his personality, right? He's great, right? And he's having a bad time at the moment, right? He's not been his best this season. But that's not to say he's not going to become his best. It's not to say he's not going to develop, because I believe he will. You know what I mean? He's playing left wing back. He's not a left wing back. He's a right wing back, right? He can play right wing back. But at the end of the day, it is affecting Martinez. And I think that is true. But when I look at Martinez and I look at that ball against Man City at the weekend, and I thought, wow. And every single one of those players, to a man, did fantastically well, including Dalot against Man City. So, you know what? They're going to have bad games, especially when you're rotating the squad and the defense. It's going to obviously create an instability within the team and stuff like that. So that could be obviously a reason as well. But I do believe that Martinez will come back strong. I really do. Big up, Revert 7. We are Manchester United. Big up Rasta Stocks, my friend. We are going forward, guys. Bournemouth tomorrow. That is the priority now. It is all about Bournemouth. Of course, Bournemouth are beating the likes of Arsenal, Newcastle this season. So we're going to have to be on our toes on Sunday, of course, guys, because you know what? They are a good side. They're a good side. Obviously, they've got Milos Kerkez playing for them. Milos Kerkez is another left back that Man United are interested in, of course, guys. So, you know, looking forward to seeing him as well. Big up, Bilal. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. What's good, brother? I'm good, my friend. And good. It's Saturday. Absolutely love the Saturdays, of course, guys. Takes me back to my youth days, of course, guys. Absolutely. Felix, how you doing, my friend? Good morning. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream, should I say. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is good of you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me. I have been busy recently, but I'm in live today. Big up, Felix. Good to see you, mate. Really good to see you. At the end of the day, looking forward to the great weekend. Obviously, our moods will be determined by obviously what Bournemouth do and Man United do tomorrow. It is an important game. Hopefully, Man United don't ruin my mood tomorrow. Hopefully, Man United win comfortably tomorrow and Ruben Amram's army go marching on. I've got my prediction, guys. I've got my prediction for the game. I'm going to say it on the match preview later on today on Chatterbox. I'm going to say it, and it's going to be a big surprise, guys. It's going to be a big shocker coming up to you guys. Absolutely. Irfan. 24 watching, subscribing out to you. Thank you so much, Irfan. Really appreciate your support, brother. Thank you so much, my friend. Really good to have your support. And I really mean it's a blessing to have you on this stream, my friend. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Seems Amash is going on loan again. Yes, he's going to go on loan, definitely. Man United will sign another left back with Diego Leon as the backup left back, but Harry Amass will go on loan. I really hope that Harry Amass goes on loan to a Premier League club or a top division club, because I know what happens when they go down to the Championship and League One. It's okay, but I would rather see them in the Premier League. You know, if I was a Premier League manager and I was like about to get promoted, you know, from the Championship, I would look at Harry Amass. I would look at Harry Amass going for next season. I would say, should we get Harry Amass on loan? And to be honest with you, I think he would be great at Fulham. He'll be great at Everton. It would be great there, and it'd be good to see him in that team, you know, to get some proper first team football. I'm a big fan of Harry Amass. Everyone knows about my Harry Amass fan club, of course, guys. I've been saying it for many, many months. I think he should have had more game time, in my opinion. In particular, the reason that we don't have a left back, a recognized left back. I would have been very happy if Harry Amass got some chances. But you know what? I wouldn't mind him going on loan. I wouldn't mind him picking up some experience. That would be very, very good for his development, in my opinion. Absolutely. Big up, fan. Big up. Revert 7. Yeah, United in for another busy summer. Yeah, INEOS did say at the end of the summer, this is not going to be a one-off. So the summer that they had last summer is not going to be a one-off. Man United would do it again. January might be busy. I'm hearing Man United might do one deal in the January. But at the moment, you know what, Man United, don't expect Man United to go absolutely mad in January. Now, if a player becomes available that is too good to turn down, i.e. Edison or Theo Hernandez, you know, or Kerkez, of course, who's available in January. If Man United, if a player like that does become available, then Man United might do a deal for one of those players. Definitely won't do a deal for one because it becomes too good to refuse. But in the summer, expect Man United to be incredibly busy. It's going to be silly season again. And you know what? I'm hearing lots of news about the summer. And you know what? It's really exciting to be a Man United fan right now. I mean, goodness me. I mean, next season, expect Man United to awaken from our slumber and expect Man United to do big things next season, of course. Big up, Dylan. How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I see Rashford leaving in January. It is possible, Dylan, if Man United could do a deal with an obligation to buy. Man United might even do a loan deal with an obligation to buy. Obviously, we've been working with Barcelona trying to do a deal with Marcus Rashford and Napoli trying to do a deal with Marcus Rashford and Victor Osimhen, of course, guys. So don't be surprised if Rashford leaves the football club in some capacity. At the moment, he's not a popular at Old Trafford. Obviously, he has disappointed Ruben Amorim in regards to the way he has conducted himself with the media and also in training. So at the end of the day, look, you know what? When you scroll back to Ruben Amorim's first conference at Man United, his first presser at Man United, his first training session at Man United, he did say that some players are not running back and players need to run. And we all know who that player was, don't we? At the end of the day, look, you know what? When Marcus Rashford broke into the scene all those years ago, of course, he was highly ranked. He was a very promising player. Of course, he only went into the Man United team because we had injuries to Martial and Wilson at the time. So Marcus Rashford ended up getting his chance, and he took his chance. At that time, I thought, you know what, this guy's brilliant. There were a time when they were comparing him to Mbappe. Do you remember? They were comparing him to Mbappe. In my opinion, in regards to Rashford, I think he's regressed as a footballer. He's regressed. And I can give you plenty of evidence as to why he's regressed. He doesn't head the ball anymore like he used to. He doesn't take on players anymore like he used to. He doesn't score as many goals like he used to. And this is the problem with him. Has he fallen out of love with football? You know what I mean? It happens at the end of the day. But if you're falling out of love with football, don't sign the contracts. Don't sign the contracts. That's one thing I would say to him. Lumen, good morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well. So it's fun and banter. It's all fun and banters. What's fun and banters? Show me your football knowledge. That's what I want to know. People with fake accounts are childish. Absolutely, Irfan. Childish and got too much time on your hands. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Too much time. Big up, Irfan. They've got too much time on their hands. People with bootleg accounts and stuff like that. My goodness, guys, listen, life is precious. Let me tell you something about life, right? I worked in a hospital 6 years. There'd be people, I've seen people, children, begging, fighting for their life, guys. You know what I mean? Working in a hospital for 6 years, right? Yet there's people who are spending their time making fake accounts. Goodness me. If we could swap. Sal was joking. I don't take fake. I only have one profile back. Yeah, I know. Jim. I know that, brother. Of course, I know that. Big up. Of course. So I thought your stream was a mixture of everything. My stream is a mixture of everything in regards to football. We can have banter, but fake accounts and stuff, I don't deal with that. Because at the end of the day, you're impersonating someone. And that is not what we do at the end of the day. Lumen, if you don't want to join the stream, if you don't want to be on Stretford Post, there's plenty of other content creators out there that you can join at the end of the day. To be honest with you, Lumen, I'm not in that game, to be honest with you. I'm a man at the end of the day. I'm not a child. Look, we can joke around. We joke around all day long on this stream. We joke. We have a laugh. But you know what? I don't deal with like people talking trash on this channel. At the end of the day, I'm a respected guy in regards to football. I've been around football for 40 years. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So at the end of the day, when I have someone like Fabrizio Romano coming on the show very soon, are you going to start making silly jokes in front of Fabrizio? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? You're going to make jokes in front of a qualified journalist, a respected journalist. Is that how you conduct yourself? It's not, is it? But you know what? One thing we do on this stream, we concentrate on Manchester United. That is what is most important. It's about Manchester United. This is a Manchester United stream. In case you didn't know, Lumen, Stretford Post, Stretford is a Stretford, then Stretford is an area of Manchester. I'm a Manchester United fan channel, and this is what I do. Thank you very much. Bro, our board is a failure, mess. We always lost in the market. Haaland, Osimhen, Gravenberg, all these players should be at Man United, but we lost. We success to sign deadwood players like Evans. Hopefully, David, welcome to the stream, David, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully, that will change. Now, all the players you mentioned were before the regime that we've had this season, in the past, of course, guys. I believe this will change. I believe there's a number of players that are coming to Man United that we're winning the battle for. Diego Leon was one of them. We've won the battle for Diego Leon. He was wanted by Liverpool and Chelsea. And you know what? We won that battle, and Man United will win battles from now on. Man United will start to say, we got INEOS, we got Omar Barada, we got Wilcox, and we got obviously Vivel into the football club for a reason, for their negotiation skills, of course, guys. That's why we got them in the club. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I see nothing but positives going forward. I know what's happened in the past, bro. I do know that, you know, and I think we've lost that on many players. Haaland was a big one. Haaland actually came to Old Trafford. He went to Carrington, didn't he? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer showed him around, and he still didn't sign for Man United. That is how badly, that is a representation of how badly we were run, of course, guys. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. And one thing I would say is that things will change, hopefully, David. Things will change, and Man United will get their first choice targets. I'm hearing great news about Man United right now. I mean, there's a lot to be optimistic. I have to sit still because of the things I'm hearing at Man United are very, you know what I mean, exciting, in my opinion. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. I'm cautiously optimistic, I would say. Cautiously optimistic. We played 3 bad. Lumen. Irfan, when was the last time you smiled? Lumen, when's the last time you got laid? Never. We revert 7. We play 7 centre backs, so we've 6 players who can play centre back. Lindelof, Evans, leave. I would keep Maguire. We promote one of the academy players. I mean, Brandt and one player. I mean, you're very, very good point. Revert 7. I mean, I'm on the edge in regards to Maguire. I'm on the edge. I'm like, you know what? It's his attitude that I like. I'm sorry, but he's got a great attitude. And the thing is that, you know, it wouldn't be harmful to keep him at the football club. It wouldn't be. I mean, if we got rid of him, I wish him the best of luck, and I hope he succeeds elsewhere. But you know what? He lost the armband. He got dropped out of the team, sometimes the squad, and he didn't complain. He didn't revert to going to Twitter and stuff like that at the end of the day. And fair play to him. Fair play to him. I do agree with bringing in youngster. I'm a big fan of Kalungi. I'm a big fan of Rice Bennett as well. And I do believe we need to bring in one as well. So there is news about Man United bringing in a number of defenders to the football club. Of course, Jarrad Branthwaite is one of them. Man United still are big fans of Jarrad Branthwaite. Don't get twisted. We will explore that avenue in the summer. Man United will explore deals for Jarrad Branthwaite. Everton's hand might be forced now because obviously they got the FFP going on, they got their stadium going on, and obviously they are close to relegation. So obviously, you know what, Everton might do the business this summer, of course. We could have done a deal, but we ended up getting Euro. If we have Branthwaite, De Ligt, and Euro, what a defense to go forward in the future, in my opinion. Go promote to extend Maguire and swap Rashford for Rayo. Mark, you speak my language, my brother. Thank you very much. I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%, my friend. Absolutely. But only 1 year extend Maguire. Yeah, I think they're going to extend it for 6 months. 6 months, so it becomes like an 18-month contract altogether. I think that's what Man United are looking at doing. But it depends, obviously, in regards to who Man United get through the window in the summer in regards to transfers in that defence. There is news around Old Trafford, and especially with Ruben Amorim, that he is very impressed with the way Harry Maguire has conducted himself. Very impressed. And then that's all you can do, isn't it? Irfan, Maguire will stay for 1 more year extension of contract. Yeah, that exactly, Irfan. Exactly. I think that could happen. Revert 7. De Jong hasn't fancy United, loves. His wife loves Barcelona, isn't it? His wife loves Barcelona, but it is said that he wouldn't mind a move to Man United now. But I think personally, that ship has sailed. I think Man United should move on from Frankie De Jong now. I do. That's a Ten Hag. That's so Ten Hag days, isn't it? We need to move on from that. Maybe get, you know what, one of Ruben Amorim's targets, rather. Of course, guys, absolutely. Jim. Enjoying the lovely homemade cappuccino. Lovely sound for everyone watching Stretford Post. Number 1, run up those lights, people. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Absolute legend. Thank you very much, my brother. Good to see you back. Rashford technique restricts him from crawling into a world-class player. Yes, Irfan. And it's also application, isn't it? It's also like mentality, how much he wants it. Does he want it enough? And now, look, Marcus Rashford, 27. He's not going to improve much now. You know, when you get to that age, touching 30, you're not really going to become much better than you already are. When young players are, when they're younger, obviously they're like a sponge. They can gain, they can obviously absorb information and become better players. But when you get to the certain age that Rashford's supposed to be at his peak. Now, I come from a generation of Andy Cole, of Alan Shearer, you know, of Robbie Fowler. of Teddy Sheringham. These type of guys, right? Ryan Van Nistelrooy. You know what I mean? These type of guys, what were they doing at 27? What were they doing at 27? What was Cristiano Ronaldo doing at 27? I know that's harsh to compare him to the GOAT, but what was he doing at 27? Look, and he has to look at himself in the mirror and say, look, you know what? I need to do better. Of course. Bruno's temperament and clumsiness restricts him from blaming world-class player. Bruno, he's not a composed leader. One thing I'll say that when things are going rough for Bruno, he doesn't compose himself as an inspiration to the rest of the players. As an experienced player, a player who's been there for years, he doesn't exert himself to the way he should exert himself in regards to being an inspiration to those players. And in my opinion, I like Bruno. As a captain, I still got my questions. I've got my questions. And in my opinion, and it is just my opinion, guys, I think we should move on from Bruno eventually and bring in a new attacking player who's creative and could keep the ball. And there's less rash with the ball. That's not to say we should sell Bruno, but we should have competition in that area. Personally, I would keep him as a captain, if I'm being honest. As the De Jong played for us, as a big fan, not once, but bitten twice. Absolutely. As for De Jong, he played. Absolutely. Big up, Jim. That's it. You think like me, mate. You think like me. Big up. I wouldn't give these players. We're Man United. We shouldn't be giving these players a chance after chance to play for us. It's not like it's like this. It's like saying, like, you know what? Is Man United still available? Oh, go on then. We don't want that, do we? We want a player to actually want to play for Man United. People sacrifice themselves for this football club. Of course, guys. Man United is a very serious football club. And when I talk about Man United, and I want people to listen to this, guys, Man United come from adversity. Man United come from death, right? And let me tell you something. Sacrifice, Man United come from. So when I'm talking about this football club, I talk in a very serious way. I don't joke around. I don't clown around when it comes to this football club. I don't, at the end of the day. And those who do, right, don't really understand what this football club is about. I'm not surprised anyway. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And especially, guys, I'm a guy from London, England, right? I support Man United, right? And I was scrutinized for being a Londoner supporting Man United. A Londoner supporting Man United. But I used to travel from London every single week. I used to go out on abroad, travel in a plane everywhere to go and see Man United matches whilst working. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Now, if you want to support Man United from wherever you are in the world, my advice to you, right, is research the football club, right? Research, right? And then, you know what? When you're talking about Man United, you know what I mean? Talking respect about the football club. You know what I mean? Because this is not a banter channel. This is not, I'm not bloody Noel Edmonds on Noel Edmonds' house party. I'm not one of them guys. Do you know what I mean? Serious guy. And at the end of the day, I don't deal with clowns. And the thing is, Man United, you know, are a serious football club. And I hope that Man United get back to where we should be. I really do. That is my primary concern. Is Man United getting back to where we should be, challenging for the big honours. And I think we will eventually. This Ruben Amorim tenure is absolutely, you know what, exciting. I'm enthusiastic, I'm excited, I'm giddy. You know, maybe overzealous. I don't know, but I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I can't wait to the future, what the future holds, guys. What the future holds. One thing about this channel will grow and the bad eggs will be removed. You know what I mean? One thing I will say. So your chance right now on this channel, if you want to be part of this community that will be involved in a number of projects going forward, respect. Okay? Thank you. Had Licho been 1 meter taller, he would have been world-class, fan, yeah. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl with a beard and a collar. I wish I had a rabbit and a hat with a bat. 6'4". I wish I was a little bit taller. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we can't stretch ourselves like Stretch Armstrong, as they say, of course. Williams to replace Rashford. How about that? Williams? Oh, Nico Williams. Yes, I've been talking about that yesterday, guys. Sorry, Mark. I thought you said, Williams, right back Williams. I spoke about that yesterday in regards to Nico Williams. Man United do want Nico Williams, but Athletic Bilbao are not interested in, obviously, Rashford. We have to get rid of Rashford first. Obviously, Athletic Bilbao are notorious for not signing anyone out of the Basque area. So they only sign Basque players. So Rashford will have to be sold first. And then we can get Nico Williams. Nico Williams, for me, would represent an incredible signing. Although, I would say, in the two behind the striker, is he got the technical ability to play that? He's more of a winger, isn't he? But I wouldn't say no to Nico Williams. Brilliant. Actually, generational, of course. Generational talent. I have too many short players. I think you have to balance it, don't you, Irfan? I think against Man City, it kind of worked, didn't it? Because we had Evans and De Ligt and Nietzsche Martinez. I think you can't have, 3 small players at the end of the day. I agree with that. You can't have too many. We need more dominating players in that team. I absolutely agree. Big up Irfan, good point. To be honest, I do like De Jong. Would have liked him as a player, but his morals and attitude is the reason why. Yeah, that is exactly the reason me as well. I rate him as a player as well. I think he's a good player. But at the end of the day, I don't like the way he conducted himself. As you don't, of course, Jim, big up, Jim. So of all the players we have been linked to down the years, who do you wish we signed? Over the years, it depends how long you're going back. Because if I was to say any of the players over the years that I wish Man United signed, one of them that stands out is Ronaldinho. I think Ronaldinho is one of the players that I wish we signed. I think we wish we signed Gabriel Batistuta, of course. Back in the day, of course, guys, I really do wish we signed him. When we had the opportunity to sign him, I wish we did sign him at the end of the day. There were a number of players I wished we signed. And then, Patrick Kluivert, I was a big fan of Patrick Kluivert back in the day, of course. I wish we signed him. Cafu. There's a number of players out there that I wish we signed. But you know what? The way things worked out during the Alex Ferguson period, I wouldn't change it for the world, because if we signed Ronaldinho, we may not have got Ronaldo, if you know what I mean. So, you know what? I always think things happen for a reason, and I think we won the treble. Would we have won the treble with Ronaldinho? It remains to be seen, you know what I mean? One thing I do wish is that Man United kept Ronaldo for longer, you know what I mean? I do wish that. Big up, Hussein. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. We should integrate several academy youngsters. I'm repeating myself, but all still the manager's doing it. Absolutely, Hussein. You speak very, very good, my friend. That is absolutely true. Man United should bring at least 2 or 3 young players into that squad that are capable. We've got Obi Martin. We've got Kone, of course, guys. There's a number of players in that squad. Kolungi, Harry Amas, who are very, very generational. Bianchieri, of course, guys. Bianchieri, who I am a big fan of Bianchieri, guys. I think he's going to be an absolutely cracking player. He's already an international for Wales, I think it is. He is a national for Wales. I think he's going to be a cracking player going forward, guys. I really do. And Bianchieri is another player that I'm interested in, of course. Guys, a very, very good player. And to be honest with you, it's going to be a matter of time before he breaks into the team. Yeah, it's going to be a matter of time before he breaks into the team, Bianchieri. But there are a number of young Manchester United players on the conveyor belt that are going to come through who are going to absolutely smash it, guys. Mark my words. And I can't wait for it. Everything about Man United is exciting at the moment, of course, guys. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely, everyone. Kamali, what you doing, my friend? What's going on? It's outdated. Yeah, me too. I think that too, Kamali. It is Eric Ten Hag days, isn't it? Eric Ten Hag days, absolutely. Eric Ten Hag days. Big up, Irfan. Have a great day, my friend. Have a great day, my legend. I hope you have a fantastic time and enjoy your Saturday, everyone. It is the end of the show. Sorry I couldn't get everyone's chats, guys. But you know what? Big up, everyone, of course, guys. And let's hope that, the day brings good news for all of you guys. I bid you good well and good health, of course, guys. But, guys, thank you for joining me. I'm back later on for Chatterbox for the match preview against Bournemouth. Have a great afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Everyone is welcome, guys. Let's not forget that. And let's look after each other and treat each other well, right? That's what we're here for, guys. Banter is only banter when you're talented at it. If you're not, there is cringe banter as well, isn't there? Guys, have a fabulous day. I'm Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn. Have a great time. I'll see you later. Join me for it. It's going to be a big one. Take it easy.